Welcome back to week 4 and skit number 4 from this same book that we've been using all of Lent. It is called, as you can see, Getting Mixed Up in the Passion Stories, 5 Dramas for Lent from Timothy Stroman. We're moving on in the biblical story, the biblical part of each skit, to the part of Jesus' trial where the decision is made to release either Jesus or Barabbas. That will connect well to the situation of Jesus' priority in our lives with the present day situation. You'll see what that is. It's introduced pretty well. And again, to prepare our hearts and minds for worship, we have another Lenten hymn from the Habbedunks, and we appreciate their input this season. Enjoy the skit.
In the cross of Christ thy glory, cowering o'er the wrecks of time, all the light of sacred story gathers round its head sublime. When the wolves of life o'ertake me, hopes deceive and fears annoy, never shall the cross forsake me, lo, which glows with peace and joy. When the sun of bliss is beaming, light and love upon my way, from the cross the radiance streaming adds more luster to the day. Pains and blessing, pain and pleasure, by the cross are sanctified. Peace is there that knows no measure, joys that through all time abide.
The setting for our skit is a living room, typical living room, with a telephone on the table. Betty is sitting in a chair talking on the phone. Dan is in another chair. The stage lights come on.
Dad, is the pastor on the phone?
What does he want?
I don't know.
Hello, Pastor.
Yep, it's me. How are you, Dan?
Just fine, just fine. Trying to unwind after work. What's up?
Well, I'm calling a few people to ask them if they'll serve on the Christian Education Committee. You haven't been on a committee before, and I was wondering if you'd like to join this one. We need new blood, new ideas, new energy. How about it?
When does the committee usually meet?
Tuesday nights, but they're flexible.
Tuesday night is my bowling night.
Well, I think they may be open to scheduling it for another night, if that would be more convenient to you and the others.
Oh, I don't want them to go to any trouble. Besides, I have a pretty heavy schedule almost every night. Sorry, Pastor, but not this year.
You don't need to answer me right now. Why don't you think about it?
Listen, I will think about it. If I think I can work it out some other night, I'll give you a call, okay?
All right. Have a nice evening.
You too. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What did he want?
He just wanted to know if I could serve on the Christian Education Committee this year.
And what did you tell him?
You heard, they meet on Tuesday nights. That's my bowling night.
And if they met on Monday nights?
That's my Monday night football.
Here we go again. You're always choosing something over Jesus.
Yeah, here we go again. What do you mean, choose over Jesus? I don't consider what I just did choosing over Jesus. I just said I won't serve on that dumb committee.
It's always something. The church is the last priority for you.
Well, I don't consider Jesus and the church the same thing.
But let me rephrase that. Jesus is a last priority for you.
Oh, come on.
Dad, there's a practice for the Sunday school play next Saturday. Are you coming to watch?
Next Saturday? Hey, Erica, that's when we were going ice fishing with John and his son. I was going to teach you how.
Oh, that's right.
Listen, skip the practice. You know your lines anyway, don't you?
Sort of.
There you go. They won't miss you anyway.
Yeah, after all, what's more important, ice fishing or playing one of the leading roles in passion play for Sunday school?
I'm not saying that she shouldn't be in the play. I'm just saying that it wouldn't be any big deal to skip the practice. I mean, they already have a few anyway.
Yeah, they were chaos on wheels. Erica, I'll take you. You're going to practice.
And this ice fishing, Mother?
Why did you say that?
Don't you see what you're doing? You're teaching our daughter the same thing we were talking about. Jesus and church are the last priority, everything chosen before them.
I said church and Jesus aren't the same thing.
Maybe so, but the church tries to live record to Jesus' commands, and as far as I am concerned, the church is the closest thing to Jesus. Choosing to support Christian education and choosing to support learning of the Passion story are pretty close to choosing Jesus. At least it is closer to Jesus than ice fishing, or bowling for that matter. Can you think of something closer to Jesus?
I don't like this conversation.
Yeah, because you know what I'm talking about, Dan. You are a different person now, and that we were first married. Remember how we talked about the Christian life being so important to us? Now everything is more important to you than Chris.
I'll listen to you, Miss Holy.
Stop that.
Well, I will make my own choices.
Sure you will. Just don't teach you, Erica, to do the same thing. By the way, are you going to be able to see her in the play Sunday night? That's what I thought.
Leave me alone. You know it's my poker night.
Poker over Jesus?
Give me a break.
Dan gets up to walk out of the room. Betty stays seated. The stage lights go out and the strobe light comes on. Dan, Jonah, and Jesse come up to him. Strobe goes off and the regular stage lights are on these three. The red stage light is on Betty, who remains motionless and does not watch the action. There is a crowd in the background.
Daniel, did you hear that? That means we've got to shout loud for Barabbas.
What?
Shout loud for Barabbas.
Yeah, or else Jesus might go free.
Who are you guys anyway?
What's the matter? Does all this excitement have an effect on your brain?
I thought just good old Canaanite ales did that.
Who are you?
Your gambling buddies, you know, Sunday nights.
Let's quit clowning around. We have work to do. When Pontius Pilate asked the crowd who they choose, Jesus or Barabbas, we have to make sure that everybody chooses Barabbas.
What?
Yeah, didn't you hear? They arrested Jesus, the false prophet from Nazareth, last night. The Sanhedrin condemned him this morning, and now they're trying to pressure Pontius Pilate and the Romans to put him to death. But Pontius Pilate is hedging, from what I understand. He doesn't think that Jesus has done anything wrong or is a criminal.
You mean Jesus? The Jesus?
Yeah, that one. The one who preaches about the kingdom of God, love and all that.
So, Pontius Pilate is leaving it up to us, the people, to choose.
Yeah, and the choice is Barabbas or Jesus.
Who is Barabbas?
He's that zealot who got arrested a few days ago. He is a pretty spooky character, but who cares? Anybody but Jesus.
Yeah, anybody but Jesus. Isn't that right, Daniel? That's what you always say. Anybody but Jesus. Anybody or anything over Jesus.
I said that?
What's the matter with your memory, Daniel? Too much Canaanite drink last night?
Let me get this straight. You want me to choose Barabbas over Jesus?
You bet your sweet one, Daniel.
What happens to Jesus?
He gets put on a cross, nails in his hands and feet, and he gets to hang there for a long time.
However long it takes.
And you can feel proud that you helped the crowd choose over Jesus. Daniel, You can feel proud that you helped everyone choose over Jesus.
So it's Barabbas all the way, right, Jesse?
Right.
It's Barabbas all the way, right, Daniel?
I suppose.
You suppose? Why the sudden doubt? Ever since Jesus came, you haven't liked him, or what he stood for, or what he did. You always saw it as a threat to your way of life. Don't you remember? You said, "This Jesus wants me to give up certain things in my life, like gambling with my buddies." Don't you remember? You are our leader, Daniel. So let's choose Barabbas, right? You bet.
Let's spread the word.
Jesse and Jonah each go to the side of the stage area and pretend they're talking to other people. Dan just stands still.
All right, there's Pontius Pilate.
And Jesus and Barabbas. Look, he's got a crown on, a crown of thorns. Doesn't he look kingly? Boy, it will be nice to get rid of him. Remember to shout loud when it's time.
All right, here we go. Barabbas, Barabbas, we want Barabbas. Death to Nazarene.
Barabbas, we want Barabbas. Crucify Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus. We want Jesus to live.
Hey Daniel, have you gone nuts? Shout for Barabbas.
Jesus. Jesus. We want Jesus to live.
Shut up, Daniel. That's not funny.
Jesus, I do not choose. Jesus, I do not choose over you. I do not want to choose everything instead of you. I want you in my life. I want you. I want Jesus.
The crowd quiets down. The regular stage lights come on. The strobe light goes on Dan as Jesse and Jonah exit. The regular stage light comes back on in the living room where Dan is seated in a chair.
Jesus, Jesus.
And stop your swearing. I don't want Erica to hear that kind of language in this house.
I wasn't swearing. Really, I wasn't.
Then what were you doing? Calling to Jesus?
Yes, I was.
After the conversation we just had, I find that hard to believe.
But after the experience I just had, it makes perfect sense.
And what experience was this?
I think it might be hard to explain, but listen, I am no longer going to choose Barabbas over Jesus.
Well, I never accused you of that, did I?
No, maybe you didn't, but just the same, I will not choose Barabbas over Jesus.
Well, maybe this is a start of the right direction, although I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It is. Betty, it is.
Hey, are you okay?
Yes, I am okay. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I will call the pastor. Yes, I want to call him, but before I call him, I want to talk with Erica. Where is she?
I'll call her. Erica,
Yeah, what do you want?
3, 2, 1. Your dad wants to talk with you.
Erica, you know about the Saturday fishing?
Yeah?
I don't think that is a good idea to choose ice fishing over that play about Jesus.
But it's only an old practice. I mean, that's what you said.
I know, I said that. I've been thinking, and I've changed my mind. We have choices all the same in life, all the time in life. Jesus or Barabbas.
Barabbas? Who's that?
What is this about Barabbas?
I mean, Jesus or something else, like ice fishing and such things. We must learn to choose Jesus in this life, okay?
Okay, I'd better go and learn my lines.
You bet. And I'll be there when you say them.
Really? Dad, then I'll really learn them.
Well, whatever is going on, I like it.
I think I will like it too. I think I will.
Stage lights off. End of play.
Skit number 4. Our hope is that Dan's realization of Jesus' importance in his life may be yours as well. We move next week, the last skit, the last Sunday of Lent, to the climax of what Lent is about, understanding Jesus' crucifixion. See you then.